Well, hello, fat janitor, McStupidX. How you doing, fat feller? Before we begin, I wanted to remind everybody again that all my responses to the janitor, McStupidX, old Fart Rants, and any other retards, and just other general videos that aren't a response to a specific idiot are on my Upload Stars channel. So if you want to connect with me over there, you can do that if you feel the need to. All my stuff is over there as well, and some extra stuff. So with that said, McCainisthroughX, the janitor from Chicago, is recycling another argument that she likes to recycle now and then. I've already responded to this over a year ago. If you're gay, if you're anti-gay, now does that include Obama, who won a Senate election, a U.S. Senate election and 2 presidential elections, being against homosexual marriage? Does that include anti-gay? Does that include Hillary Clinton, who won 2 Senate elections, being against homosexual marriage? Uh-oh. But would McCainisthroughX do a video, if you're anti-Nazi, you might be a Nazi, or if you're anti-pedophile, you might be a pedophile? Weird. So she also uses an argument I've also responded to. She cites that some animal kingdoms are homosexual. Well, some chimpanzee societies are also quite barbaric and engage in wanton and gratuitous violence. So does that mean it's okay? Now, if you're wondering why McCainisthroughX is a janitor, well, there you go. Her logic is she's not very smart. That's why she does cut and paste videos. And when she actually does talk in a video, she has a teleprompter in front of her, and it tells her what to say, and she has to edit it every 5 sentences, and it's just nauseating. So let's go back to something I did over a year ago responding to her. We'll just replay that for starters. Again, McStupidX, is Hillary Clinton anti-homosexual? Barack Obama anti-homosexual? By the way, McCainisthroughX, your shoulders. In your videos, I can tell your shoulders are not very developed. There's a lot of muscle atrophy going on there. You may want to get in the gym a little bit, put down the donut, and go to the gym. The fourth thing I need to bring up, janitor, fat janitor, you did a video a while back, and this is sophomoric logic. This is kiddie level logic here. You did a video, an unreferenced video, of course, some study, probably funded by something from the National Institutes of Health. And it said, if you're anti-homosexual, then you're probably a homosexual. Did you get that? If you're an anti-homosexual, you are probably a homosexual. That's what your video said. I'll have the screenshot go by real quick. So McCainisthroughX, using that logic, if I find someone doing a lot of videos on how stupid, mean, evil, bad Nazis are, does that mean they're actually a Nazi? If I find somebody, since anti-homosexuals are actually homosexuals, probably, in most cases, whatever fake references you had, does that mean an anti-Nazi? If I find someone doing a bunch of videos about Nazis and how bad they are, does that mean that person's a Nazi? Uh-oh. And if I also find somebody who does a bunch of videos on how bad pedophiles are, does that mean they're actually a pedophile? So let's run this down one more time, McCainisthroughX. I know you're probably frothing at the mouth right now and pounding your fists on the table, on that junk kitchen table you got. You said if anti-homosexuals are actually homosexuals, so by the same token, are anti-Nazis actually Nazis, and are anti-pedophiles actually pedophiles? I just wanted to know that. By the way, I do have another question I'd like you to answer when you put up your video response. If morality evolved and morality is subjective, then you have to admit there's a possible world where pedophilia, as you're defining it, let's say a 50-year-old man having consensual sex with a 14-year-old person. There's a possible world where that could be condoned / tolerated or even encouraged. Since morality evolved, as you said, and morality is subjective, there's a possible world. If there's not a possible world where that's acceptable, then morality isn't subjective and it didn't evolve, because maybe 10 years from now it'll evolve and your views will be wrong. So answer that too. When you belly up, when you put that big old beer belly up against your computer and you do a video response to me. And if I talk too fast for you, stupid, just play the video back, because I didn't have a script, I didn't use a teleprompter, and I didn't have to edit it 37 times because I tripped over my own tongue. Have a nice day, McCainisthroughX. And don't thank me now for correcting you, fatty. So, in quick review, McStupidX, if some animal societies also engage in wanton and gratuitous murder, violence, pillaging, and plundering, does that make it okay? Suddenly, McCainisthroughX has gotten herself in quite a lot of trouble. She did a video, and I've responded to that. Atheism makes no claims, and then claiming morality evolved, all while contradicting herself numerous times. It's insane, and I've responded to that as well. I don't think she really knows what she's talking about, because she never even considers anything contrary, and anybody who opposes her gets automatically blocked, even if they're not a troll account. So she doesn't deal. She's not very smart, and she can't. I don't think her parents ever told her that she was wrong on anything. So, yeah, I think that's part of the problem. But again, McStupid, if some animal societies engage in behavior that you think is, like, when you see a rape, McCainisthroughX, would you say rape is morally reprehensible, or I hate rape? What are you saying? Are you saying rape is objectively immoral, or are you just saying I, the janitor, McStupidX, hate rape in the same way you hate exercise, for example, because you're fat? So, yeah, you get yourself in a lot of trouble. What was the other? I posed, since we're on the topic of homosexuality, and we'll see if McCainisthroughX falls into the same trap. When you put up your video response, McStupid, make sure you answer this. I asked old Fart Rants if he wanted to truly liberalize marriage. Now, that doesn't mean I approve of polygamy, just because personally, I think the Constitution doesn't say anything about marriage. I don't think government should have any role in marriage. And I make that clear. I've made it clear several times. So that doesn't mean, if we're going to liberalize marriage, that doesn't mean I condone incestuous marriages or polygamy. But if you're going to liberalize it, then you should allow those things. Well, old Fart Rants, he ran away. I recorded the whole thing. He wouldn't just come out and say, yeah, he's for liberalizing marriage. So sorry about that. So I think some groups are more equal than others. And I'll link to that in the description as well. And you can see I recorded the whole thing. So old Fart Rants, the reason I record him as I go along is because he likes to armchair quarterback stuff and make up his own version. Well, if I record it as I go along, he can't do that. One last thing I wanted to pose to McStupidX concerning homosexuality. She insinuates that it's genetic. So here I want to pose something. I've said this before in another video. I can't remember which one it is. But here's the spiel that so pay close attention, McStupidX. Quote, here's what I said. I've written this on my blog too. Okay, so homosexuality is genetic, but pedophilia isn't. State A assigns 16 years of age as the age of consent, so long as the party who is less than 18 years of age is engaging in consensual sex with a person within 4 years of their age. State B assigns 18 years of age as the age of consent. Any adult, that's somebody more than 17 years of age, engaging in sexual acts with any minor, anyone less than 18 years of age, is guilty of a felony. State C assigns 15 years of age as the age of consent. Anyone that age or older can have a consensual sex with anyone their age or older. Keep those examples in mind. In all states, we have the same 50-year-old man having consensual sex with a 15-year-old boy. Has he done anything objectively immoral? And furthermore, is he a pedophile? Is he a pedophile in all states or just some? Which ones? Is his homosexuality in state C genetic, but his pedophilia in state A is a personal choice? If we're just prisoners of chemical reactions in our brains, why prosecute these pedophiles? So it's kind of weird how McCainisthroughX paints herself into a corner. She rails about pedophiles being evil. but says homosexuality is genetic. So McCainisthroughX, you need to explain that, and I will keep mentioning it to you from time to time. I have mentioned it to her before, but she will not post on any channel I'm not blocked from. So and she'll claim she doesn't pay any attention to anything I say, but she does. I ran her off the Other Dude Productions channel. She hasn't posted over there for a year now, and it was because I was recording everything she said over there and using it against her. I was just using her own words against her and asking her questions like that, and she got upset and left. So any channel that, if I'm not blocked from the channel, she won't post on it, because I'll record what she says and embarrass her for later. So keep that challenge in mind. McCainisthroughX, explain how homosexuality is genetic but pedophilia isn't. You need to explain that. I've asked you that before. So I think that concludes. Oh, one more thing. McCainisthroughX did make a claim. One thing she does in her videos, she'll jump off on 8,000 topics and gets herself in trouble. She made a statement about Noah's Ark, and not all the species would be able to get on there. Well, Old Fart Rants has kind of made the same claim, and I've heard Jacqueline Glenn autistically repeating the same claim, which was pulled out of someone else's rear end on the internet. Dark Mutter, some retard who copied it from another retard who copied it from another guy who cleans the men's room down at Burger King or whatever. And I've debunked that claim because Old Brown Teeth made the same claim basically, and they just repeat it. I've already debunked that with references, actually. Wow. So, McCainisthroughX, that concludes this slapdown. Have a nice day, and don't thank me now for the information.